The title of this video says it all, really. And
hold on. Modern parenting. Fuck you, Sama. Modern parenting is ruining Gen Alpha's childhood. By Haylo Hailey. That's the dentist. Yay! Why did it take you that long to get to the dentist? Why the fuck? Oh wait, you live on a farm, don't you? You have like geese and shit.
Something that really sparked me to make this video was this mother on Instagram who's clearly desperate to be an influencer, but is using her children to make that happen. Because in a now deleted video,
POV, you're a content creator and your kids can now sense when a sweet moment is about to become content and immediately shut you down. Just let them have the popsicles in the pool. Ugh. Modern parenting, Jesus Christ. Yes, still reacting. She has to fight 37 funnel web spooters on the way. Yes. Oh, poor Australia, you got big ass spiders. Demon, you're a parent. What do you think about modern parenting? I will scream in a moment, okay? I just half the stream's gonna be reacting and then I'll go to the video game. Yeah, I'll scream in your ear too. What? See, look, they're just eating popsicles by the pool. Like, why can't you guys just... If you're scared to spank your child for being a little shit, you don't need to be a parent. I know I'm 27, but modern parenting does not work same as gentle parenting. Exactly. That's what I was saying too. Because I hate gentle parenting. Because oh god. I was spanked like twice as a kid, and, you know, I never... Yes, you're the youngest here. You're 18, I'm 20, Sama's 37, and Demon is 27. So, yes, you're the youngest. But, you're just a baby, Ash. Yeah. But, gentle parenting doesn't work anymore, especially with this generation. Because there's, like, you know, there's certain lessons you can teach, it just gets, it gets complicated. I'm not a parent, so I don't have much experience with that, but, God, what point am I trying to make here? Let me think. I've been spanked twice in my life, and once was running out into the road when I was 4, and I never did it again. Just a baby with... God damn it, Ash. I'm not flat, I don't believe you. Emma, tell them I'm not flat. No, Sama, she's not flat. I've seen them. I was belted as a child. Jesus fucking Christ, Demon. See? Yeah. I think Sama was too. Yeah. No. I was never hit with a belt or anything. But my... Okay. I guess trauma dump time. Yay. I think I've told this story a few times before. But, I got punched in the face by my own mother because she was drunk and on her whole drug addiction thing, and I was my brother and I were trying to keep her away from my dad because she would sometimes hit my dad, but she would he would never hit back. He has never ever laid hands on my mother. But the thing was that I did eventually forgive her. It took several years. She punched me in the face when I was 17. I'm 20 now. I forgave her. She's medicated for her schizophrenia now. She's clean. She's not on any drugs or alcohol. She does smoke cigarettes sometimes though. So, but yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine now. But we were trying to keep her away from my dad so that she wouldn't make false allegations about domestic abuse. Because she known to be a liar and be delusional with her schizophrenia. But when she punched me in the face, my dad pushed her off of me and basically held her against the counter by her shoulders. Now, my dad is 6'2", but he's not a beefy guy. He's skinny, and he's very gentle giant type. He's an introverted, funny guy. But that's the first time I've ever seen him yell that loud. Because my dad is not a yeller or anything either. He'll yell at a game, but I've never actually heard him scream until that day. Yeah, so the punch, it basically bring me and my brother down to the ground, and we slipped on everything because we were trying to get my mom into another room so that she wouldn't run out or take the car or grab a knife from the kitchen. But when I was basically she was trying to make a quesadilla, she wanted food, she was you know being high off her ass and drunk too. It was both, or it was one or the other. I don't exactly remember. Long time ago. But basically I made her the quesadilla, but she wanted it cut. I was like, Mom, it is fine like this. You don't need it cut. And she was still high off her ass, and we were just trying to calm her down and get her back into the room, make sure she was safe and whatnot. And then she was trying to get the pizza cutter or something out of the drawer. I was like, Mom, it's stuck, just let me do it. But then she kind of it felt like she tricked me because she was grabbing out the stuff and she swung the pizza cutter over my head. So if I didn't duck, she would have cut me. I was lucky I was fast enough, but she did swing a pizza cutter at me, which is very scary. And it took me years to see her again and hold a pizza cutter in front of me without me shaking or anything. I'm better now. I am much better now. So each time she holds a pizza cutter, I'm not scared anymore, but I still do have that memory. And so my brother had to hold her back after she was laughing at me because she was laughing at me after she swung the pizza cutter, asking if I was actually scared. And my brother had to hold her back and stuff, and she was drunk, and it was a lot that day. But oh, hi, Cream Puff. But after that after that we basically just barricaded her in the master bedroom, got her some food, took away the alcohol that we could find, took all the knives and sharp things off the kitchen walls and hid them in another bedroom. You guys have a pizza cutter? We need a knife. Yeah, we have like 2 pizza cutters. My father broke my jaw when I was 13. Oh my god. Damn, demon. Thank you, Sama, for the hugs. Talking a lot right there. Oh, let me drink some water. You gotta protect the ghettos? Oh, bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. Ugh. Okay, so it looks like the only person with good parents here is Ash. Yeah. Right, back to the topic of the video. Jesus Christ.
She uploaded a reel of her 2 daughters that said, POV, you're a content creator and your kids can now sense when a sweet moment they're having is about to become content, and they immediately shut you down. So your daughters, who are both extremely little, are already recognizing that you record almost every single little thing that's happening in their lives because of how much your phone is out when you're near them, to the point where they have to stop you from doing it. Because they just want to have one moment to themselves without their mother shoving a camera in their faces. So basically,
they just want to hang out by the fucking pool. Not a flex, I feel bad for the kids. Probably always on guard, knowing anything they do will end up online. Yeah. I choked him out. Yeah. So, Ash has a nurse mom and a firefighter dad.
You're teaching them is to avoid having fun entirely around you, or to always be on guard or watching out for you when they are having fun, so that they can see whether or not you're going to get your camera out to make content out of their childhoods. How are you as a mother not ashamed of that? How are you not embarrassed that
we need to bring back shame? I'm sorry, but we need to bring back some shame. Not bullying, shame. Some people need to feel shame for the actions that they do.
Your 5-year-old daughters have to tell you to put the phone away and not the other way around. Why I don't let other kids come to our house. Oh boy, here we go. They touch things, her things.
What the fuck are we on about? They touch things, her things. We don't teach her to share what's hers. Then you're not teaching your children how to share. That's gonna affect them mentally and developmentally. You know what I mean? But Jesus Christ. Toddlers touch everything. They're still learning. And they have to learn how to share and also to keep them hands to themselves. It depends. It depends on the context and who you're with and all that other shit.
We don't teach her to share what's hers. Why? Like, that's kind of customary when you invite friends over. You share because they don't have their stuff at your house. When I was a kid and I invited my friends to my home, I let them play with my toys. And vice versa. When I was invited to their homes, they let me play with their toys. I'm not saying she has to share every single little thing, but sharing is a good thing to.
When I used to live in California, I think I was like 6. I had this one friend who is diabetic, so she would like come to my house all the time, and I didn't mind her like doing the little finger prick and blood test. I was used to it. And then if she needed stuff, we always had like juice or oranges or whatever to help her. That's the kind of people you should be.
Learn about when you're a kid. Otherwise, that's going to become a problem in the future. They eat our snacks. I buy organic, single origin, portioned by a nutritionist. I'm not funding another family's child off of my grocery budget. And this is...
Okay, then you're a bitch. I'm sorry, then you're a bitch. You don't care about other children? I get it. You want to, like, protect your own, but there's a difference between protecting your own child and not providing for one of your child's friends. Do you realize how this could socially affect your child? Like, if there is, like, if your child and another child has a play date, right? And then, they come to your house, or they explain that, oh, mommy doesn't let me eat this, or, mommy, doesn't let me share this, then that child will take this information, tell this parent, and then it will continue on so where every parent and child learns this, and then it will become socially, basically, in this classroom or in this school, that this child or this child's parent is a narc. I'm sorry, it's like, but they're 3. You don't need a nutritionist for a 3-year-old unless they have really dietary issues. Or let my kids' friends come over whenever they want. I got an open kitchen policy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was the kind of friend that was the poor one. Because, I was. Kind of still am. It's whatever. But I know that in the future, if I have kids, and then those kids have friends, I will have an open kitchen policy. Because guess what? Some kids don't get to eat. Some kids have bad parents. Some kids just want to feel safe for a few hours in someone else's home, and I'm not going to deny that.
What people talk about when they say community doesn't exist anymore. Like, a portion by a nutrition.
Sorry. I'm not funding another child off my grocery budget, and that's why people are so lonely nowadays. Because 20 years ago, people actually wanted to be hospitable for their guests, because that is what builds close, long-lived friendship with families. See, that's what I'm saying. But a family isn't trying to take advantage of you and your groceries, because if the roles were reversed and your daughter was at their house, they would feed her. This is what your repayment is. It's give and take.
Nutritionist? Why can you not do something as simple as that yourself? Maybe you'd have a bit more money left over at the end of the month if you weren't paying a nutritionist to do stupid shit that you could do yourself. And look, I understand that groceries have become more expensive, but as someone who grew up with not a lot of money at all, making a sandwich and cutting it into little squares is a very affordable snack to provide. And considering she's only like 4 years old, I can guarantee you they won't be eating a whole lot anyways. They have runny noses. I'm not exposing an immune system I've spent 2 years optimizing to whatever's circulating at the public.
Your kids are gonna get sick. They get sick, they get vaccinations to improve their immune system. They need that. Oh my god, please don't tell me this is one of the mothers that's just like, I'm not gonna vaccinate my child, and then she's gonna get measles, and then she's gonna die. You know how many children and babies die because they don't get their child vaccinated because parents are just so stupid about, like, Facebook remedies and shit? Sure, you can have your whatever shit of, like, putting onions on your feet if you believe in that. Whatever. But there's a thing called basic medicine and science, and you should listen to your doctors, because no one can be that fucking stupid to think they know more when there's something on the internet that says one thing or one two, because there is so much misinformation, so many articles out there that can mislead you. You know who won't mislead you? The doctor that spent 10 years getting their degree to help you. Listen to the doctors. Maybe I'm biased because I'm getting a medical degree, a doctorate. I'm not getting medical. Shit, I can't prescribe medicine or be a doctor. I'm getting like a PhD, not an MD. But there's a thing called viruses. Your body needs vaccines. I am fully vaccinated myself. And sure, it's your body, you can do what you want with it, but you are there to protect your child. You have to protect your child. That is your duty as a parent. And if you are not vaccinating your child, then you are failing. Maybe it's harsh to you, but I do not care. If a person is watching this video right now and your child is not vaccinated, then you are failing as a parent. It sucks to suck. I'm sorry. Demon, I'm actually swearing at my phone because of this video. Sorry, Demon.
Daycare. Okay, so hilariously enough, you're actually doing your daughter's immune system a disservice by doing this. No parent wants their child to be sick, but that's actually kind of how you make your kids stronger, by exposing them to that kind of bacteria. Because like I've mentioned, in the future, when she gets sick, it's going to be a problem, because for her, it's going to be 10 times worse, because she doesn't have the antibodies that are
Antibodies are produced by the memory cell of the immune system. So if you are ever challenged by the same infection again, you'll be able to recognize it, respond much faster, and kill the invaders. Wow, it's almost like white blood cells exist for a reason. It's okay, some people shouldn't have children. Don't worry, Demon. I'm pretty sure from what you've told me so far, you are a great parent with your husband.
Produced after getting sick to help fight future infections and not have the infection be so intense. They don't follow our schedule. One off-rhythm afternoon and we lose 3 days of sleep progress. Their fun is not worth my night.
Well, you're a parent and you don't want to sacrifice for your child. Shocking! My God. Jeez, this woman is such a control freak. Let your child have fun. Why is my mouth not moving? There it goes.
Is this the military or is this a house? Like, how would a play date ruin her sleep progress? If anything, playing with a friend for a few hours is going to tire her out faster because she's burning a lot of energy and she'll need a lot of sleep to get it back, which means she would sleep through the night. One afternoon of playing with a friend for a couple of hours isn't going to lose 3 days worth of sleep.
Sorry,
they leave,
water.
and then she's sad they left. Why would I introduce attachment and loss into a perfectly content child for an afternoon of someone else's chaos?
What is this mindset? Each sentence that this woman has in the video is making me angry. Your child is 3. There's a difference between someone leaving the house for a play date because, you know, the time is up. They'll probably see the person like in a few weeks or at school, but your child needs to learn these lessons quickly because sure, things are get attachment and then you lose them. A kid has a toy and then loses it. Sure. Could you always buy a new one? Yeah. But you should also teach your child about certain aspects of life. That's how they grow. This video is pissing me off.
What the hell are you talking about? Of course she's going to be sad they left. That literally happens to every single child in the world when their friend leaves their house. But why are you bringing up something as serious as attachment and loss? It isn't that deep. It's just her damn friend going home for the night. Instead of acting like it's life or death. You just need to tell your daughter, it's alright, you'll see them at school again tomorrow. And leave it at that. God, this is weird, dude.
You're raising Sheldon Cooper without the physics genius part. Oh, I hated Mary in Young Sheldon. Fuck. God, I hated her. All those girls' videos pissing me off.
Did you see Gen X parents doing this to their Gen Z kids? No. And like someone in the comments said, you are literally raising Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. And we all know what he was like to live with. Then, in this video, this mother is blow drying her daughter's hair and they're
never letting my daughter air dry her hair because we aren't growing mold on scalps around here. That's not a thing. That's what? I air dry, okay? I dry off mostly with a towel, but I have dyed hair. I dye it red all the time, so I mostly air dry. What is this shit? It's not. You're not gonna get mold if your child's hair is washed and brushed correctly, so it's not matted, so it doesn't get any mold. It also depends on her hair texture too, but it seems like she's a white blonde girl. It's not like curly black hair texture that most African Americans have. Can I help you? Hey, Creamy. Nah, Cream Puff is always wanting pets. Okay. That needs special care. It's different hair. This isn't a thing.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this video except for the caption that she writes on top saying, I'm never letting my daughter air dry her hair because we aren't growing mold on our scalps around here.
Am I being rage baited? Is this whole, like, all these videos just forms of rage bait? Because I think I'm falling for it. It's whatever, I'm making content.
What?
I got your face.
Where did you even get that from? I've heard my mum say stuff like, I shouldn't go to bed with damp hair or I'll wake up sick. But
if you think air drying your hair creates mold, maybe you shouldn't breathe.
I've never heard her say that my scalp would get moldy. Like, what I find to be absolutely hilarious about this video is the fact that humans haven't always had access to hair dryers. Like, the general public didn't have the handheld hair dryers that she's using in this video in their houses until the 1920s. So, do you think before the 1920s that every single human being walking the planet just had mold on their scalps all the time because they didn't have blow dryers? No! The air can dry our hair just fine! Then, in this video, this is the perfect example of what I'm talking about in this video.
What the fuck? Why? I need a second. I'm sorry, I need a fucking second. Do your children have scooters when trying to board a plane? That's not regulated. What are they gonna use it going up and down the aisle causing a disturbance? What the fuck is this shit? Okay. Okay, let's see what the flight attendant's face again. Let me just go back.
No! The air can dry our hair just fine! Then, in this video...
Yeah, look, see, she's waving her hands. No.
This is the perfect example of what I'm talking about in this video. This mother...
Yeah, and then this child's looking like, oh, but mom said, mom, what's going on? Because she's, following the word of her mother, the person that she trusts, even though her mother's a fucking idiot.
Recorded her children boarding a plane with scooters. Like, each of them had a scooter while saying, people judged us before we even boarded. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, maybe it's because you're a fucking idiot, bitch.
Because y'all are trying to take up all of the overhead storage space with your fucking scooters. Maybe that's why. But in the caption, she tried to make it...
Okay, let me see what this caption says. 3 kids, 3 car seats, 3 little personalities walking onto a plane, and we could feel the looks. We knew some people were thinking, here comes the chaos. Why would they bring kids on a flight? But after 150 flights with our kids, we've learned something important. Kids don't learn how to travel by waiting until they're older. They learn by traveling. What? What? That's no. Your oldest child looks 6. How is your child who's almost like 6 going on 150 plus flight? I am confuzzled. Ah! Don't lick my hand, cream puff. I love you, but don't lick me. Your tongue feels all scrappy. Are you just like taking your baby like every few months on a flight? I'm confused. Oh.
Out like people were judging her because she brought her kids. Because she says, 3 kids, 3 little personalities walking onto a plane, and we could feel the looks. We knew what some people were thinking, here comes the chaos, or why would they bring kids on a flight? But after 150 flights with our kids, we've learned something important. Kids don't learn how to travel by waiting until they're older. They learn by
Where the fuck did my model go? Stop freaking out.
traveling. Bro, people don't care that you're bringing kids onto a flight, especially because they're not literal babies. So people know they're not going to be uncontrollably crying for the whole time. Nobody cares if you bring a 6-year-old. People are judging you for not having any.
Sorry, I'm taking my hair out. Flown many times, and a majority of the time I've never had issues with kids. However, I don't see the need to bring scooters on the plane. It's not teaching your kids a good lesson. You're teaching them that they can do whatever they want and at all times, and if they get any pushback for it, then those people are just haters. So kids need to unlearn this behavior. You know, it makes me think of like the typical like Mean Girls or like whatever football jocks assholes in movies and whatever. That stereotype.
Courtesy for your fellow passengers who also need room for their belongings as well, because they also paid to be there and shouldn't have to sacrifice holding their carry-on for the entire duration of the flight because all of your kids just needed to bring their scooters. Nobody else on the flight is allowed to do that, so neither are you. You can't share space with an entire scooter in the overhead luggage compartment because it's too damn big to have any other bags be in there with the scooters. So yes, you do deserve to be judged for this.
Okay, cheers. Wait, turn that off. What?
They still didn't turn the camera off. Oh my god. Marlo? Is that her name? Wait, turn the camera off.
The pink tastes like strawberry. Taste it. Oh my. This is... Okay, cheers. Okay. No, ready? Girl.
Ooh, she has pretty hair.
And 2, 1. Cheers.
This is the exact problem that the girl.
She didn't want the camera on her. God, she just wants a moment with her mom that does not want to be put on the internet. The internet has been a good thing, but also a very bad thing, and it makes me want to die. It truly does. But then the internet is how I have this, so you have to be responsible in what ways you use the internet, and putting your children on the internet is not one of them, because it's not raising your kids right. And also, you wanna know what else is on the internet? Fucking pedos. We talked about this the other day of parents making pedo bait. Ugh.
at the beginning of this video were facing. The child is telling the mother to stop recording and to put the phone down. The daughter just wants to share this moment with her mum, but she can't because the mother is prioritizing recording the moment for social media. So instead of seeing her mum's face, all the daughter can see is a phone in front of her face. The daughter just wants to live her life, try a drink, spin around, talk to her mum, and all her.
Remember when we had like those big video cameras or like all these Polaroids? Those are so much better than an iPhone. I like, having physical things, like physical media.
Mother cares about is clinking the drinks so she can get the perfect clip for her social media stories. Oh my god, is it not insane that it's no longer kids being told by their parents to get off the phone? It's now parents being told to get off of their phone by their own children. The tables should not have ever turned. These kids are screaming for a normal childhood and for their parents to be in that normal childhood with them. They don't want their parents spending so much of their time on the technology. But some of these parents just don't care about anything else but validation from random strangers on the internet. And I'm sorry, but you can't.
It took me over an hour, but yesterday I emailed 46 parents and students at risk of failing. 46?
Deny that millennial parenting is destroying Gen Alpha because this teacher uploaded a video on Instagram Reels that said, "It took me over an hour, but yesterday I emailed 46 parents of students at risk of failing and only one parent responded." That isn't just a teacher shortage.
This is the natural evolution though. The parents on their phones are just the kids that used to be on their shit. That's true though. Like, they never grew out of it. Like, I'm 20 and I will admit I do have a bit of addiction to my phone. But I get so much done when my phone dies or I just leave it in a spot and I don't remember where it is. Because, everything I have is on my phone. My school portals, my grades, my emails, my texts, my social media, this, the Twitch, streamer board, the YouTube analytics, the TikTok analytics. I have all that shit. But I can also do that all from my computer. I don't technically need my phone unless it's for like phone calls or text because everything else is still on my computer. But then, if the computer has it, then you also get sucked in. You know how many times that I've gone on TikTok and realized that I was doom scrolling instead of editing? And it was like past an hour. So, so I'm just like, so I have closed TikTok and then I will go edit. And then when I get into the editing mood, then I'm just like in a grind for hours. But it's still a problem.
Problem. One parent responded. 1 out of 46 parents responded. That means 45 different parents did not bother to either open the damn email or care enough to respond back to the very real concern their child's teacher had about their child's grades. And that's why these kids are being let down by their parents. If my mother, or really any...
See, and 30 of them will probably swear up and down that no one ever reached out to inform them their child was failing since probably the first week of school.
Other Gen X parent, for that matter, had gotten an email like this when I was in school, she would have immediately questioned me about it, then responded to my teacher swiftly, and then taken initiative to help me get back on track. But this new generation of parents either don't take it seriously, because a lot of them seem to have the belief that kids don't learn anything at school anyways. They don't need school, they have AI. Or they simply never even open the email at all because they're too addicted to Instagram Reels and TikTok just like their own damn kids are.
I don't think y'all understand that I have high school students who do not.
I am in college right now, right? Problem is that when you're now in college in the year 2026 and they ask you, put this in Copilot or ChatGPT to finish up the assignment. They're saying use AI to finish up the assignment and see what it summarizes for you. And then there's other professors just like, you will not use AI at all. And then there's like other professors like, you can use Grammarly and you can stuff like that, but you cannot let it write for you. You can like use it for syntax and spelling errors, but that is it. So it just depends on what professor you have, but AI has changed so much of the schooling and it's pissing me off. We had to do this dream vacation thing where we had to generate a photo of ourselves into a photo where our dream vacation was. And I wasn't gonna do that because one, I didn't really want to, and two, I also couldn't figure it out. But for the assignment, we had to use ChatGPT or Copilot to see how it helped us figure out our vacation and figured out what we learned from AI, which is very annoying because I don't need AI to figure out what is it called? Like a schedule for a vacation. An itinerary, that is called. It's for fuck's sake, I'm in college. I am paying almost like $300 to $500 for this class, and you want me to use AI? And also, now teachers have built in AI systems to see if a student is using AI. Like, what the fuck is all this bullshit?
Know how to spell their own name.
Yeah.
Students who are in high school who are misspelling their own name repeatedly. I had a student this year who struggled really badly with reading comprehension and spelling. And when I say really badly, as in like cannot spell 3-letter words, like it was that bad. And so sometimes she would forget to put her names on papers, which that's fine. I'll just write your name for you. And for some reason, I kept misspelling her name. And if you notice, I have 2 E's in my name. So I thought that I was adding 2 E's onto her name just like out of ego. Like, oh my God, why am I trying to put my 2 E's on her name? Her name does not have 2 E's because when I would go check online, there was only 1 E. So now it is the end of the year and I was cleaning up my classroom a bit. And so as I was throwing away some papers, I picked up a paper that she wrote her name on. And I noticed that the name also had 2 E's on it. And I was like, well, hold on, because her name does not have 2 E's. I pick up a second paper, also has 2 E's on it. And I go back to my computer, type in her name, there is 1 E. And I had the horrifying realization that she's spelling her own name wrong. And not just once, multiple times, like continuously.
My name is Hailey, obviously. It's spelled...
Some of my 8-year-olds don't know their class. I'm sorry, but this is such a safety issue. Hold on, let me just read this thing. And this is why I said modern parenting don't care about raising their children, because some of them don't even bother to teach their children their own name. If you're not interacting with your children to that degree, why even have them? This is a safety issue. If your child doesn't know their own name, the excuse me. The memorizations of their parents' phone numbers, or like the school they go to, or the describing of their house or anything. How in the world will your child be able to, in any situation, get out of? Like, how do I explain this? Police. They will ask the child their name, if they're lost, and now the child's gonna be like, I don't know. What's your mom's name? I don't know. Do you know where you live? I don't know. Do you know phone numbers? I don't know. It's a safety issue at this point. It's such a big safety issue. Because what do you mean your child doesn't know their own name? I learned my full name, my parents' phone numbers, and my address at age 6. Are we serious right now? Because this is getting ridiculous. So many kidnappings and babies could be killed in situations like this. If your child does not know their own name and a police officer's like, "Are you Darian or something?" I'm just like, "I don't know." I was like, "What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know?" It's a joke at this point. Oh, 1 second. Honey.
H-A.
You guys want some Baja Blast? I spilled Baja Blast all over me, so that's fun. Cold. Very, very cold. I meant the tacos. My mom accidentally got them without lettuce, so it's just like bean and cheese. Ugh, God, I went on a rant with this video, huh? Nah. The lid wasn't on all the way, so it's more like maybe an ounce or 2 spilled on me. It's not that bad. My shirt's wet now, though. But, yeah, I went on a rant there about parenting for a while. And safety and shit. So that's gonna be a very entertaining video when I edit all this shit together. What teacher contest? Well, let's continue. Oh shit, wrong thing. I was on the wrong screen. There we go.
Y-L-E-Y. But when I was growing up, many people would spell it like Hailey with an I or Hailey with just an L. No I or Y. And you want to know what I did? I corrected them. I knew what my name was and I knew how to spell it because that is literally the bare minimum as a human being because it's my name. So I would tell them, "Hey teacher, it's actually Hayley," because I didn't want my teacher spelling my name wrong because I knew the spelling of my name, and they would immediately correct themselves and would never spell it wrong again from there on out. But kids these days are so illiterate to the point where if their teacher spells their own name wrong, they don't care and just start believing that's how it's spelled because they don't actually know the true spelling of their own names. So they don't know any better. How do parents nowadays let it get this bad?
The students think out loud nonstop. That's the only way I can do.
Teacher leaving the classroom because okay. I'm freely telling my 6th graders this isn't TikTok live. Stop commenting. This, I have been describing it to people as they became as though they believe cameras are constantly on them, like they're always streaming or on reality show. And so they're narrating every moment they make and telling why and also expressing their inner monologue. What the fuck? In college, you can speak out when the teacher like finishes a sentence, but I still have the programming in my brain to raise my hand, so I raise my hand if I want to say something. I think it's a manners issue, but also a constant social media issue. Yay, what t-shirt contest? I one time did that at my old church, basically, where it wasn't what t-shirt contest, it was more who can hunt the person with the most paintballs to get their shirt all wet with paint.
Describe it, and I keep saying to them, that's not talking, that's thinking. You're just thinking and you're saying it out loud. Talking is for the purpose of communication. You're not doing that. You're just, every thought that's popping into your mind, you're saying out loud. That's how classrooms are now. That's why teachers can't do it. If kids just think out loud nonstop, like it's just a horrific habit now because every moment of their life is a screen withdrawal detox.
I think my lid is broken because each time I go and take a drink, I spill all over myself. I am getting a new shirt on. God damn it. God, I'm pissed off today. Okay. I'm back. I also spilled all over my leggings, so it's gonna change my leggings, but instead I just found one of my nightgowns, so I put that on, so now I'm actually kind of comfy, so. This is the most chaotic stream I've ever done. I'm so sorry.
Just to be here in this analog, boring classroom, I can't compete with that. I can't.
Guys, this is what unsupervised screen time is doing to these kids. Their millennial parents, who are addicted to their iPhones themselves, leave them alone with an iPad for hours on end every single day. And these kids spend crucial time during their development watching
They do the streamer interrupting mid-sentence and fake stuttering. It drives me insane. I don't fake stutter, I stutter.
streamers on Twitch and are picking up the way they talk, which is non-stop talking because they're live streaming to tens of thousands of people and need to be entertaining those tens of thousands of people every second of the stream, and they don't even recognize they're doing it because it's just something they do subconsciously. If something comes to mind, they feel like it needs to be said, because there is never a moment of silence within the streams they watch online. And do you know just how difficult it's going to be for them to grow out of that, if they ever do?
Step 1. You're not gonna take no markers or something? Get your sheet of paper.
I use physical paper in the school year 2026 through 2027. I teach high school and I'm not even playing with you halfway through the semester. I lost my patience and we had to do this. I made a big poster how to use notebook paper and everything. Please teach kids this. Please, I'm begging you. What do you mean? Teach them how to use physical paper. What the fuck are they taking notes on? Laptops? Chromebooks? That's like a college thing.
All right, step 2. Let's see. Let's use red so you guys can see. So, number 1, the paper should have the holes. So you have 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. Should be to your left hand side, okay? Left hand, right hand, left side, strong side. You can write your name up here. Feeling a little froggy? Put
Please tell me this is first grade.
a little date over here, okay? Just so your teacher, froggy, then you know, so your teacher know. And then we come down, we skip a line, and we will begin on this line. Capital letters, guys. See how I stay in between the lines? Because we're not in kindergarten. There's no need for us to be taking up 2 sections.
I bet it's high schoolers, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You only need that space on the line where you're at. Hopefully this saves the student, okay? Because in the school year 2026, 2027, if you do not write your name, this was gonna happen.
Dude, it is getting that.
When I was in school, I used stones and chisels to take notes. I take notes with the blood of sacrificed lambs. Oh my god, guys, they're so fucking edgy. I'm sorry. That's all I can think about. Write on loose leaf paper. Oh. I'm banging my head against the chair right now. Oh. A teacher in the comments section uploading this picture of a tutorial they had to stick up on the wall in their classroom for their students to learn from, like, it's getting spooky. People think this joke. It's not. 9th grade. Same level. What do you mean freshman? What do you mean high school freshman? Both y'all are old.
Bad. It's not even funny anymore. You might think this teacher was just having some fun with her students, but she was doing this seriously. And there were countless other teachers in that comment section who said they also had to do the exact same thing with their students. Some of which were heading into their senior year of high school. How is this even happening?
You know what? I believe that. I was a TA for an English teacher for honors freshman English. They did not know how to use syntax, or capitalize, or put commas where they're supposed to be. They didn't even know what a semi-comma was. Ugh!
When I was in year 5, as a 10-year-old in primary school, I just automatically knew to always write my name down on the page, along with the date. Because I knew that was important information. My name, because my teacher needs to know whose work they're grading, and the date to indicate which day of the year I began working on the assignment. Back when I was a kid, teachers didn't have to tell us to do this. And they especially didn't have to teach us how to write on a damn page, because it's kind of self-explanatory. But these kids just don't have common sense like that anymore. That is how screen addicted and reliant on technology these kids are nowadays. They know how to type, they know how to scroll, and that's about all they know how to do.
Oh, Chad, okay, I'm trying to do 95 cents and I don't know.
So back to when I had to use change and have to FaceTime my dad. It was actually so sad and funny. Kindergarten math, by the way. Oh, fuck. I'm not good at math. Let's see if I failed this.
What that is. Okay, I have 3/4, and that's, what is that, 7?
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to mute it. Oh, fuck, my shit is falling. Go away, notebook. 3/4 is 75 cents. Are we serious?
And that's, what is that, 75?
Mhm.
This is 75, but I need 95. What is this?
A dime. You need a dime. You need 2 dimes.
Okay, but what is that now?
80.
Okay.
80.
You are old enough to drive. You're behind a motor vehicle that you need a license to have and insurance to drive, and you can't figure out change? We are doomed as a society.
What is this?
I can't see it.
This, what, that's a quarter.
It's a penny.
What is this?
You want to use a dime. That's a nickel. That's a nickel.
So what is that now, 90? Now 90?
The 75.
And if you think it's bad now, buddy, it's just gonna continue to get a hell of a lot worse. Because the person in that video is not a millennial. That's a Gen Z. That is someone my age calling her dad to help her count change because she genuinely doesn't know how to. And that is actually terrifying. Because if Gen Alpha is already needing to be taught all over again how to...
This is not just that. That's not just the girl FaceTiming her dad for help that's scary. It's also the fact that her friend, who is recording the video right there next to her, can't help her count / identify the coins either. We're just gonna let that all sink in. Make your comments while I chew this. Fuck, my jaw popped. Okay. Okay. Hailey is my age. Oh. I don't carry cash on me because I don't actually have enough money in my bank account to have cash on me. I just have everything in the bank. But, I have, like, this little box of coins. It's my coin box inside my junk drawer in my kitchen. You want to know what I do with that? Fill up water. Use it to get like an ice cream cone at McDonald's because it's like $1.95 now.
To write on a piece of paper, then what in the hell are Gen Z's kids gonna be like? You, as an adult who can legally drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, get your license and drive a car, and gamble at a casino, should not have to be calling your parents to help you do basic math. Learning how to add and to subtract and to divide using money is how math is introduced to us as children. So for grown-ass adults to not be knowing this, I'm actually scared.
If I called my dad like that, he'd probably be thinking I was pranking him or something. Ugh. My head hurts watching this. Stupid people are so.
Every single generation is screwed now.
Is it normal for a 3-month-old, 1-month adjusted baby to be this attentive? He's not attentive. His nervous system is being overloaded. A newborn in front of a screen is insanity. I got a glass jar full of change for my kids to get whatever they wanted. Oh, kind of like, oh god, I used to go to this, like, donut shop / ice cream shop, and they had their, like, ice cream for $1, and after middle school, I would walk down the street to the, to get, like, a scoop of ice cream, which was, like, like I said, $1. And, I would count out the change, or, I would just have $1 on me, and then, I would give it to them, and then they would give me a scoop of ice cream, Easy peasy. But I feel like children don't have those memories anymore. But nowadays, the same ice cream shop has the 1 scoop of ice cream for $3.50 because inflation and the economy is still.
Now, we heat the vegetables in our high-speed cooker for 15 seconds.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see... Wait, that was a bad heart. Let me try that again. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!
Bye, Hailey. Alright, let's read the comments. Parents need to realize their kids aren't dolls for them to dress up and play with. Seeing someone in high school generally not knowing how to spell their own name is terrifying. I did not know it could get this bad. Holy hell. I've seen little 9-year-olds have suicidal thoughts because their parents like this or worse. And don't forget the vid where kids become terrified of screens due to Toy Story 5. That's true. 25 seconds is generally scary. Nobody should be putting their small children all over the net. Yeah. Oh, the second one is horrific. Not our... No. No, our child cannot have a social life because it's inconvenient to our strict robotic regimen that doesn't accommodate for any shutting down. Reboot. Okay. Any variety at all, our kids' social skills, emotional regulation, independence, and immune system can just get fucked. It seems to boil down to them not wanting their child to be inconvenient. Oh, regimen. I accidentally eat a piece of the paper. My bad. Okay, wait. This. Why do people think it's such a good idea to put kids on the internet knowing there is creeps as pedos on the internet? Thank you. That's what I've been saying.